This demonstration is about how to create or model the Cascade string in OpenRoads Designer. So in OpenRoads Designer, you can paste the node continuously, and at the same time you can still using a paste conduit to do it. So in paste conduit, you can continue to using the conduits like the storm pipe, and then you can still recommend to select what the cascade drain that you are using to. For example, I'm using this for 600 mm. So still basing the simple conduit to do it. So you will find that you create the drain here. Okay, so you will find it is still a pipe here. So, but in the same times, you will find I want to create a cascade drain. It is not at the same as it. So what we need to do, we need to create a new definition for this. So in the feature definition, you need to go to the OpenRoads standard and then go to your DGN, or you can go to DGN library if you want to do it native. And then expand the feature definition, and then go to the conduits, and then go to the stormwater, and then find out the pipe circular, and then you will see this is the pipe that I just using for. I recommend it you just copy this one to make and duplicate one, and maybe give the name called step drain. And then in the same times you will just right click and click to properties. So in the properties, you will find there are some of the settings that you can use. And one thing here is called, why is circular? Because it's circular PVC prototype here. So I want to make it become virtual. And also you have the change template here, which is can help you to do the corridor later. It was using for the change application, but now I want it to do with the also with the corridor that I'm using for step drain. So first of all, go to the prototype. I will go back to the components prototype, and then I'm using a circular PVC. I recommend you maybe using the box cover. Depends on which one you want to have some hydraulic information. I want to go to this box cover. I click to step drain, and then just right click here and click to the properties, and go to the drainage, and then you will see there's something called conduit type. I will change back to user-defined conduits, and then the section will, it is not box. I will set it is a virtual, which just means nothing when we just align here, and then just dismiss it and dismiss one more times, and then I will go to here to the conduits, and then this is the same, but the circular PVC prototype here I will change back to step drain. I recommend you to save setting in case for any settings for this step drain. One more thing is about the change template. So you may need to using an OpenRoads template here. I already create one precast drain here. So you can see it is a shape, and then it is a step here. So the most important is about here, this step is able to change. I using constraint to constrain this one particularly, especially this step top here. I double click here and then control. There's a vertical to point to the invert or any point here, and then I set one called step height. So 0 here is the invert levels, but I also create one bottom here. So if it is 0.4, it is what the size here. So if I change of this files here, for example, I can test point control for verticals. So if you can check the I have an invert point as a center, so everything will convert here. So as I mentioned, if I later I will change this height by 0.4, even the invert is changed. For example, I go to the 0.55, enter, it will go up again. So it is everything that will control here. So you can have this kind of constraint. The most important is a template need to be constrained it very clearly. So one more times, I have one of the U channel here with the invert levels, and this is another one, and the size and left and right will constrain to the invert, but just this point will control the entire step. So this is one thing that we will do here. Now in this step change, I will also go to change and select one more times. I will select my pcast string. So that's why if you want to use it later, please update your template library as well. Everyone need to be using this template library. I recommend you, because it's already created here, so I recommend you maybe just simply delete it. Okay, and then you may want to create the string one more times. So or the conduits one more time because it create it for you. But next time you don't need to delete it because I just want to get the step string feature definition here. So I just select one more times here. So it should be have nothing but just the line here for you. And then the most important is now you select back this string, and then you will click the option here. They will set whether the change you want to use. So I want to yes, I want to use it. Then you will find the string will create here for you. So it is a step here. So what you can do now is it's based on like the we call corridor modeling's capability. So first of all, I will check the slope here. So you can check the slope, and then the slope. If you can go to the profile, you can see the slope that I can provide to you. So it's about minus 30 degree. So if my step is going to go to the 0. If I go to the like 0.5 meters, or we go to 0.5 meters, it should be going back to about like 150 mm here. So it will create a step here for me. So if I go to the 3D here, so you may need to calculate how much you go up depends on the settings. So because it is a slope here, so I just turn on my terrain bags. So you will see it is the corridor with the step here. So it is two components here for you. Now, I will using the basic components method. I go back to the OpenRoads models, and then I will go to the we call a parametric constraint, or I can using this bucket here and select to 2D for this corridor. So you will see the length for this is 5 meters. And then I can go to the parametric constraint and add it. So the first added, I will let you know I will log to the 0. And then I will go to 0.5, and then the label should be step height, which is I control by the height. So it should be 0.4. I calculate for 30%. If I want the next one, 5 is a 0.5, about half meters. My steps should go up back to the another 150. So I should set it is a 0. I will set here stop value from 0 to keep it 0.55. So it's going up again. So I will set start and then end, and then going to step height 0.4 at the start, and then a stop. We will go back to here. So this is what I'm setting back. So in here you will step height start is 0.4 and going back to 0.5 in last 5 mm. Okay, but remember it's 5 mm here. So if I go back to the 3D, you will see it's going up again. So you don't need to go to here, you just need to copy it back and paste. Because of the corridor modeling, I recommend that this should be 0.499 m, which is 0.4 is I should leave 4 mm here. So in this case, I will set like should be keep to 0.55 because it need to following back. So I will go back to 0.4, and then this one should be again 0.495, and then go to 0.5. So I will leave 5 mm to returning back. So you will see it becomes a step here. Okay, so let's continue to do it. So I just copy and paste. So in next one, it should be again, sorry, it should be 0.4 here. So again, I will go back to 0.4, and then this one will be 0.55. Again, this one I will start from 0.5. It should be to the 1 here, but as I mentioned, it should go to the 1. I give 5 mm, it should be 1. Okay, here you will see, but because of the setting, so I need to go to 0.955995 here. Okay, again, I just copy paste one more times. So again, 0.55, go to 0.4. So here should be 0.995, go to 1. Okay, it will give you another step. So after you complete this, it should be create a model like this. So it will become stepwise here. So it's still related to the network, but it depends on the trainage if you change. Of course, if you change the node a little bit, so you may need to recalculate whether the change is a lot. But if you change a little bit, so the piping should be still continuous. But if the length a little bit changed, then you may need to recalculate the step again and update the step here. How will if we create a 3D? So I just select the 3D here. So it should be the step like this.